What's going on, YouTube? Here we are with another personal build. This would be the Dually HD 3500 2019. It's got the 6.0. I'm not doing enough trips back and forth to do a diesel. I know what good LS power would do. If I ever want to add a little bit more power, I can add a turbo, but this would be plenty for the 1 or 2 cars I may pull. Nice Texas truck. It was cleaner than this. It's been sitting for almost a year now. Bought it almost a year ago. And just really been sitting on it. It's got a little hail damage, but with the white, you can kind of tell, you kind of can't tell. I bought it not knowing that there was a difference in the cab and chassis models. So the cab and chassis model frame gets narrow in the back and it's made for like a flatbed. I don't like flatbeds. I like the dually bed. So doing a lot of research, and only thing I could really come up with was find another frame and swap it that way, because I ended up buying a bed over there, and the bed can't attach to nothing because there's no body mounts on this to attach it to. You can make custom ones, but they would have had some, they would have come up and out so far because the frame's so narrow, and then the gap in between here would have been far off, because this is just probably almost a half a foot longer in the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take everything off this frame and transfer it to the other frame. I had to get another rear end because this rear end is shorter than the regular dually models, and then it's also got the 40-gallon gas tank in the back. I'm trying my best to make this work. All the aftermarket gas tanks that people sell are all for diesels, so this is the only one I can get for gas, unless I put one in the bed underneath the toolbox, which I really don't like. But if push comes to shove and I can't make this one work by fabbing up some brackets or something, then that's the route I'm gonna have to go. But like I said, nice clean Texas truck. It's got the 23.5 gallon in the front. That's why I don't want to just run a 23.5 gallon. I'll be stopping I'll be stopping way too much. I'd rather have the 40 and the 23. I said work truck, but I got everything for it. I got all the parts for it here. Gonna change the interior. We're gonna put a roof in it. Got a radio, subs, everything. This is gonna be a one-of-one build. It's gonna go for it. It is 4x4, or I would have swapped the dash out and put the high country dash and stuff in there, but it's got the 4x4 in the floor. But other than that, solid rust-free truck. It's got some body work, which you already know I can handle that. Got rims for it already. Like I said, I got the whole build pretty much in my basement. Here's the new frame I found. It was totaled out. It was in a flood, so they totaled out the truck. Dude took the rear end and took the cab, and I bought the frame off of them without a rear end. So I went, found a rear end, got it underneath here now. I need to take the shocks off, but I don't think they're gonna reach with this lift kit. I just started to put the lift kit on only to see how much distance we have, because I'm trying to put the gas tank somewhere in this area, even if it has to drop down. I'm not going to use the spare tire at all, so that's not going to be in the way, because I got 26s on 37-inch tires, so there's no way to even put the spare on there. When this lift kit goes on, there's not even a way for me to put those 17s back on there. So it's gonna be all obsolete. I'm gonna be on the rims 24/7, which is fine by me. I'm trying to get away from having to cut these cross beams. I really don't want to. So like I said, if I can drop it low, I've taken all my measurements and have it still in this area, but have it dropped lower. On the factory frame over there, it's only a foot off the ground with the tires on it from the gas tank being off the ground, so it's a foot. So I said, as long as I can get it a foot off the ground from here with the rims on and everything, I should be good. I can get it a lot higher. Like I said, this is no rims on it right now, not even the factories, not even the 26 with the 37s on it, and also not even including the shocks. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna sit up a lot higher. I'm just now starting to take the stuff off the frame. I took the fifth wheel hitch off. Not using that. I don't plan on using the gooseneck or fifth wheel. I just plan on pulling a one trailer, maybe one day a two trailer, but that'd be my max. I don't want no CDLs to pull these. I like speed. Anyway, this is a diesel frame, so they share the same frame. This is the correct frame. It's got the mounts for the bed on it, which is only 6 that hold the bed on. So we got that. I'm putting a wire wheel this whole frame, get it all cleaned up, get it painted. Gotta take this diesel tank out. It'll be for sale. That fifth wheel piece will be for sale. I don't got the rest, I just got this bracket. So, and then the def tank will be for sale. And then anything else I don't use off of here might be for sale. For the most part, I know I'm gonna keep all these brake lines. I probably won't keep the gas lines. There's no reason for me to keep the gas lines, but stuff that is interchangeable, I'm going to keep because these dually parts aren't cheap, and why get rid of them if I already have them? So, like I said, I had to get a different rear end, which that one's wider. I can't use that one, so that one will probably be for sale, along with the chassis. I don't know if the front differential will go on there, because what I've read is that that truck has 411s to help the 6.0 pull better. So if it does have 411s, I'll be swapping that front diff with this front diff. And then I'm gonna have to take the gears out of that one and put them in here, because this one has 373 gears in it, with it being a diesel, because it has a turbo. So it doesn't have to use as much to spool up that power. So steering box, control arms. For right now, I'm gonna keep, I don't know if I'll keep the uppers. I'll probably keep the lowers, because everybody just said you spare OME lowers, no matter what lift kit you put on. Probably keep the steering knuckles. Definitely keeping the dually adapters, the calipers, the rotors, all that for sure. Because like I said, it's not cheap whatsoever to replace them parts. These steering components might keep if they're in good shape. That's yet to be told. I plan on getting, the only thing I haven't gotten yet is my kryptonite steering suspension, which is the inner and outer tie rods, the center link piece, pitman arm, idler arm, and upper control arms, and I think it's the ABS hub bearing. But all that's roughly like $3,500. I'll get it eventually. I want to get the truck back on the road. Like I said, I got to do this swap first, which is get everything out of this one, get it yanked out first. Of course, I got to do that fabrication. First things first is the fabrication back there. Get that figured out. Get everything welded that may need to be welded. That way, when it's time to come back and put it back on, I don't have to mess up the paint and repaint some stuff. Will I run into some stuff I'm not aware of? More than likely, but I'm gonna try my best to kind of roughly put everything on, see where everything goes, and then move from there. So, like I said, my main focus, even though I'm pulling the harness and stuff off now because it's just in the way, I'm going to be focusing on this area, trying to figure out how to get this tank in here. So I'll be pulling the wheels and stuff off of that one and maybe the shocks if they'll reach. And I'll take the tank off as well, drain the tank, and start fitting everything up over here. Trying to get my game plan. The tank is skinny enough, is well narrow enough to where it doesn't touch either frame rail. So like I said, I know I'm gonna have to make a custom bracket. So that's why I know I can kind of drop it a little lower, kind of keep it in the middle somewhere and drop it lower. And I'll probably, just depending on where it sits, I'm kind of hoping that the sending unit maybe will sit like right here maybe. So for future references, if the sending unit or something has to be replaced, this can be cut out and the sending unit can be pulled out from right here. Or push come to shove, I can drop the tank. The tank is just like an old school tank where it just has 2 bolts and the swing straps, and the whole tank will drop. So I'm just trying to be proactive and get everything mapped out to where we can get the ball rolling. Like I said, once I know everything's good, I'm gonna still finish pulling everything off. Then there's nothing to take the big wire wheel, grinding wheel, knock all this dust off, because it's not rust, it's just a whole bunch of dust. It's been sitting in the man's field, but it's been sitting. I probably almost had this for almost a year as well. Just collecting parts. Like I said, that's the roof skin. I'll put the big panoramic roof. That's the hood. Got the dually HD hood with the vent in the center to go on there. It's gonna be nice. Like I said, 2019 Silverado 3500 HD. All my projects get a name, thanks to my grandpa. And we're gonna call this one Project Garfield. So stay tuned. Wish me luck. Shoot me any tips. Like I said, it's gonna be the first modern frame off. So should be fun. I know it's gonna be a little, it's gonna have its difficulties just like any other build. I know it's gonna have some extra money that I didn't think of pop up here and there. But for the most part, like I said, I've got everything to build it once we get the ball rolling. And that's where we'll end this video.